Yo, good day, gents, and welcome to another episode of Father's Fire. My name is Jody Cedric, and every week we get together to explore the joys, the challenges, the triumphs, the sorrows, and yes, the fun of being a dad. And it is that time of year, that season of the year where it gets to be a lot of fun if you're a dad and you love Christmas and Thanksgiving. And I'm telling you, I'm really looking forward to this year. We're going to have all of our kids except for one home, and Kaylani's boyfriend won't make it either. So we're going to miss Zane and Haley and Teo, but we're going to have the rest of them. So we're looking forward to that. And Judy and I are starting to wrap presents and looking forward to uh, some fun time with the kids. And just got done with Thanksgiving, had my niece and her boyfriend over and her family, and we just had a fantastic time. We ate too much, stayed up way too late. And I will say that they really loved my English toffee. So I sent them home with the batch and they were really, really ecstatic. So, but I tell you, it's interesting because last night Judy and I were sitting on our bed and we were going through actually photos from the year, because we were sending photos to my sister-in-law Holly, who every year she creates a family calendar from all of my seven siblings and my mom, and we make an annual calendar for with pics from everybody's family. It's a lot of fun. So Judy and I were flipping through photos to send to her last night. And I realized that the last 3 months, man, I have been insane traveling for business. And I've been thinking a lot about an experience that I recently on our last trip that we had. Rod and I were walking down the airport, and it was funny because there was a mom and a little girl. She was probably about 5 or 6. And as they're walking towards us, she goes, "You made a mistake, mommy." And her mom goes, "You're right. I did make a mistake, but we're doing this," and started to explain to her. One, she apologized for making the mistake, but also how they were going to resolve it and get on track. And I thought a lot about that in respects to us as dads. And I wonder how often we as dads admit that we made a mistake with our kids. Or is it always, just push it aside? I'm the dad, so listen to me. Just ignore what I did and do what I say kind of attitude, instead of being open to your kids and saying, "You know what? I wasn't at my best at that moment. I should have and could have been better, but I made a mistake and I'm sorry." And I'm not the perfect dad, but I am trying to be the best dad I can because I am learning how to be a dad. When's the last time you actually told your kids, one, that you're sorry, and two, that you're learning how to be dad? I don't think kids fully get that, right? Until they move out of the house and they start living life and becoming adults for themselves and start having kids. And they're like, whoa, I didn't realize that mom and dad were learning this on the job, so to speak. So, and it made me think a lot. And I've shared this experience on the podcast in the past. My dad was really good about owning his mistakes. Um, I remember one time I was probably 9 or 10. I was pretty young, maybe 11, but whatever, me and my brothers were at it one evening, and dude, my dad just lost his cool. I mean, he lost it. And he didn't beat us or abuse us or anything like that. He just yelled at us, and he was so disappointed in himself that he stormed out the door. He was disappointed in the situation and himself, how he responded, how he was trying to teach us kids how to be better than we were, and we weren't responding. So I know there was this hurricane of emotions, and he stormed out of the room and he said, "Go to bed. I'm stepping out. I need you guys in bed. Don't you even be out of bed by the time I get home." And dude, I remember going to bed and I just felt so bad. And it was a long time. My dad went for a long, long walk. And, being a small little kid, my heart was broken. I was afraid. I was sad. I was disappointed in myself. I wasn't sure, how my dad was going to react when he came home, and I'm trying to go to sleep. I couldn't go to sleep because of all of these emotions. And then I, as I'm laying on the side of my bed, I hear my door kind of creak open and my dad's peeking through the door and he sees that I'm awake and he comes in and he sits at my side on the bed and I kind of scoot over and make a little room for him and he puts his hand on my thigh and he said, "Son, I want to tell you that I'm sorry." He goes, "I lost my cool. I was not at my best and I made the situation worse by the way that I acted, and I want to apologize to you for me not being at my best and being the dad that you deserve. So will you please forgive me?" And that just it really touched my heart. It is one of those moments that has just stuck with me that my dad recognized that he had lost his cool, that he had lost control of the situation, and he had not acted in the best interests of us kids, the best interests of himself, and ultimately the best interests for our family. And he came back and apologized for losing his temper and losing his cool. And I just really appreciate that lesson that was shown, demonstrated, and articulated. And most importantly, after he asked me for his forgiveness, he said, "I'm not a perfect dad, but I do try to love you perfectly, and I will strive to be a better father for you. And I want you to know that I love you." And it just sat so good in my heart and it made me feel at peace. It made me feel at home. It made me feel safe. It made me feel loved. It inspired me to be better because I had to look at what I did with my brother and go, "You know what? I wasn't at my best and I'm sorry too, Dad." I think that part of getting your children to be obedient is and doing what you say and following through with what you ask is that you model the behavior that you would like to see in them, that you strive to create a safe space, that you're not always the dad with his thumb down and kind of leveraging and demanding and throwing his weight around because you have the role of dad. Instead, being a father figure, being a dad who is engaged and is talking to his kids and growing with their kids and is apologizing when needed, but he's loving them and he's expressing love. He's showing love. He's showing that he's striving to be better, that he's learning along the way. And when you can create that kind of environment where your kids recognize that you're striving to be the best dad possible, you're not demanding and being overbearing, you're trying to be the leader of the home by the example that you set, by the words that you say, by the demeanor that you carry yourself in, by the way that you show love. So, maybe there's something that you need to work on and showing your kids that, hey, you know what, you're not perfect. Yes, you make mistakes and that's okay, and it's okay for you to say I'm sorry. So anyway, just a quick message for you guys tonight. I just wanted to share that thought with you guys. I want to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving and hope that you're looking forward to having a fantastic Christmas with your kids and looking towards a new year and new opportunities to become a little bit better. And you know what? Don't put it off all the way to New Year's Eve. Start today. One little thing, one little step, one little moment, one little purposeful intention can change a trajectory. So, anyway, you guys have a fantastic day. And as always, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And if you're looking for a Christmas gift, you guys know my book is out on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. It's called Learn to Dance with the Currents of Life When You Feel Like You're Drowning. Because let's be honest, sometimes, guys, some of the experiences that we go through, they are overwhelming. They inundate every aspect of our life, our emotions, our being, our mental capacity, and we're not sure if we're going to be able to get through it. And so I've taken 15 experiences that I've had on, under water, and I've tried to take lessons out of those that are applicable to life, so and moving through life in a productive way. So if you'd like to check that out, please do so. Once again, it's Learn to Dance with the Currents of Life When You Feel Like You're Drowning. It's on Amazon and Barnes and Noble, and we will check you same time, same bat channel, just next week. See ya.